everyone, this is K.Yamini from 3rd BCom B. Welcome you all to the marathon of book reading in the name of Search the Roots. I am here to share my experience about a book named Master of the Game, which was originally published by Warner Books in the year 1982, written by Sidney Sheldon. Sidney Sheldon was an American writer, novelist, director, and producer of TV series. Born into the family of Asharoto Shettial and Nasa Smartial on 11th February 1917, the novel Master of the Game, for which he owned the Writer's Pride of America for the first time in 1986. Sheldon was a best selling author of crime and thriller novels, in addition to writing Broadway plays and the movies. His 18 novels have sold over 300 million copies, nearly in 51 languages. He passed away on 30th January 2007 at the age of 89 in Rancho Mirage at California in US. A multi-faced Sheldon won an Oscar for screenwriting and Tony Award for popular television sitcoms before starting his first novel at the age of 52. Let's get into the novel. Master of the Game 1982 is a crime story which revolves around Kate Blackwell, the princess of Blackwell family with a pleasant mind but changed foxy and money mind for a while, who is also the head of multinational company. Kruger Brent, Kate's mother, celebrates her 86th birthday when she was 18. Brent, on her birthday, sees the ghost and died due to cardiac arrest, which made Kate more foxy and money-minded lady after his mother's death to run her companies. The novel revolves around four generations of the empire's rise and Kate's intention to conglomerates. Kate's father, James, leaves Scotland for Clipdrift in South Africa to find his fortune in the growing diamond trade of 1860s. He is swimed and left for dead by Solomon, his business enemy, but was completely saved by his servant. But later, the servant also fooled him by stealing all his diamond, which worth millions of dollars. James, after returning from Scotland, was excited to see his daughter Kate, who turns 20, but she killed her father James for the chair of multinational company and also for he has lost the diamond which worth millions of dollars, as I said before. As she planned, she captured all his father's wealth and business, which turns at the crorepati at the young age of 21 in US. And she also kills Solomon, his business enemy, and secretly takes control over his bank and ruins as he was killed by himself and set aside as a suicide. Kate grows up stubborn and obviously falls in love with David, who is 22, a right-handed man of his father James in his company. For starting up a new business, she joins the business school. Upon her return, she learns of David's engagement to a woman whose family wants him to leave Kruger Brent Empire and run their company. This made Kate more angry, and then she manipulates David into breaking off his engagement and eventually they let marry. During World War I, Kate sees an opportunity to manufacture weapons, but David is against it, which made a little sadness entering into their life at this time. She becomes pregnant but also continues to produce weapons. By the chemical apologized in the weapons, she is giving birth to her premature baby boy named Tony Blackwell. Days went happily, but after some days of Tony's Blackwell birth, David died in an company explosion. After his death, Kate made Kruger Brent's empire a global success. Though her demanding nature causes Tony to slutter in presence, Tony's choice is to become an artist and goes to the School of Art in France. He shows promise, but Kate pays a critic to negatively criticize Tony's choice and led him to give up his career to join Kruger Brent. While working, he learns that a lady named Domique, a French girlfriend, was a model working under one of Kruger Brent's smaller company and was paid by his mother Kate to spy on him. And he gains the courage to cut Kate out of his life and move on. Now, money minded Kate, after knowing that Tony is in love with his girlfriend, she arranges for his marriage with Mariana Hoffman, the head of Hoffman Electronics, as well as his grandchildren to inherit the empire. And she does. She planned after a month passed. Mariana dies by giving birth to her twin babies. Tony goes insane after her death and consoles himself because of his twin girls. And some days after, he named them as Eve and Alexandra. Eve is older and like her grandmother Kate, but Alexandra is a trusted and sweet girl. Everyone loves Alexandra and hates Eve except Kate, which made Eve an evil minded Alexandra. So she tries to kill her many times, but she cannot. Now she thought and asked to one of her friends George to marry Alexandra. He accepts and marry her, but he is actually a person who is appointed as a killer by Eve to kill Alexandra, being a partner without no doubt to anyone else. Later, Alexandra's love and care changes his mind and he stopped doing all evil things against her. Here, he came to know everything and killed George. Years passed. Now, Tony, Alexandra's father, was very sad and thinking of about her life. And some days later, he asked her to remarry someone for his happiness. She accepts and marries Dr. Peter, and they have a son named Robert. Later on, Peter's friend Matthew, an officer of secret police force, finds that Eve is the reason behind George's death and filed a case against Eve and arrested her, which made Kate realize she was wrong after his mother's death. Back in the present, Robert, now 8, is a classical pianist. Kate tries to meddle with Robert's future but is rebuffed by Peter and Alexandra, who says Robert will choose his own life and won't be forced to take over Kruger Brent. Kate relents, saying she would never interfere in anyone's life choices, which made Alexandra more happier and even to Peter. Then she offers to introduce young Robert, his grandson, to a renowned musician as she never helped his son for his career. I am happy that first book I read from the author was this one and now keen to read more from his collections. I am enjoying reading this novel and recommend this book to all book lovers. Keep reading. Book reading will improve your focus, memory, empathy and communication skills while you communicate with others. Not only that, it also exercises the brain for a while and keep you fresh every day. It has been an motivational and stress buster to many of us at difficult situations. Reading is one of the most marvelous adventures that anyone can have. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some happy, and some exciting. But if you never turn the page, you will never know what the next chapter holds. And that's the thing about books, they let you travel without moving your feet. Happy reading. Thank you.